So what's good, guys? It's your boy Noah the Beast, back here again on YouTube, and today, guys, welcome back to another Tier List Tuesday video. And in this Tier List Tuesday video, we are going to be ranking Super Bowl games, from the best Super Bowls to the worst Super Bowls, alright? So let's get started here, guys. And so basically, since it is going to be, it's Super Bowl Sunday pretty soon, guys, we are going to be ranking every single Super Bowl matchup from every single Super Bowl game from the past 12 years. All right, guys, so let's get straight into this. And so here is how the tier list is going to work. And so obviously we have S tier, where obviously these are going to be where the best Super Bowls go. And then we have A tier, then we have B tier, C tier, and then D tier. So it is pretty self-explanatory. You guys should probably know how my tier list Tuesdays go. But guys, let's get straight into this video. And if you guys are huge football fans like I am, make sure that you guys smash that subscribe button and give this video a like, and let me know down in the comment section who you guys have winning Super Bowl 60. All right, guys, so starting off with the first Super Bowl, we have Super Bowl 54 from the 2019 to 2020 season. I think that this Super Bowl was solid. I mean, it started off pretty boring. I mean, this was the Chiefs versus the 49ers Super Bowl. This was basically like the pre-COVID bowl, but it was a solid Super Bowl. I mean, you had two teams that haven't won a Super Bowl in a very long time. Like, you know, it was in Miami. It had a solid halftime show. I think the halftime show for the Super Bowl, was J-Lo and Shakira. So, I mean, it was a good halftime show. But, you know, this was overall, I think, a pretty good Super Bowl. I mean, obviously, the 49ers, I think, had, like, what, a 20-10 lead. And then the Chiefs stormed all the way back and scored, I think, 21 unanswered points and beat the Chiefs. I mean, and beat the 49ers 31-20. I mean, it was a great game. It was obviously Patrick Mahomes going and getting his first ring and making his name known as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But yeah, this was a great Super Bowl. I enjoyed it. I mean, this was in my freshman year of high school, so it was a great game. It was right before COVID. But I'm gonna give this a solid B tier. I think it was a solid Super Bowl. I mean, it wasn't really my favorite, but you know, it was solid. It was a good game. It had a bit of everything. It had defense, it had offense, it had everything that you want in a banger Super Bowl. All right. Up next, guys, we have Super Bowl 50. This was from the 2015 to obviously 2016 season. I mean, this was Peyton Manning's last game. This was a pretty boring Super Bowl. I mean, everybody and their mom probably had the Panthers winning this game, but you know, this was the Super Bowl where obviously Cam Newton folded like wet newspaper, and this basically ruined Cam Newton's legacy and his career, because I don't know why Cam Newton didn't dive on that fumble at the end of that game. I don't know why, bro. Like, it was just like, I don't know what Cam Newton was doing. But if you love defense, this was definitely the game from you. This was a defensive battle, but Denver's defense in particular balled out this game. I mean, you had Von Miller, he won the Super Bowl MVP, and they were able to shut down the 15-1 Panthers and that explosive offense. I mean, they made 2015 Cam Newton, 2015 MVP Cam Newton look like freaking Daniel Jones out there. And so I mean, like, this was if you like defense, this would be the Super Bowl for you, but I didn't really like it. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I mean, I don't think it was the worst Super Bowl ever, but it was good to see Peyton Manning in his last game in the NFL go and get himself that's another Super Bowl to end off his career. And so that was obviously an amazing way to end off his career. But obviously, you know, this was overall just a pretty boring Super Bowl. All right. Up next, guys, we have Super Bowl 53. Absolute freaking garbage. Super Bowl 53 was the worst game I've ever seen in my life. I mean, this game was what, 13-3. It was Patriots and Rams. Tom Brady got his third ring. I don't even know what happened in this game. Like, I only watched the first quarter of it, and it was terrible. I hated this Super Bowl, dude. It was Patriots and Rams. It was the Patriots getting their going and getting their sixth Super Bowl. Tom Brady getting his sixth Super Bowl. Like, I hated this Super Bowl, guys. It was garbage. It was absolute freaking garbage. All right. Up next, guys, we have Super Bowl 52. I think this deserves a tier list of its own. I'm gonna add this on a row, in a row below, and I'm just gonna call it perfect. I'm gonna call this the perfect tier because here's why. This is the Super Bowl that got me into watching the sport of American football. And this was the Eagles' first Super Bowl win. This game was awesome. Both teams, I think, combined for like 1,000 yards of total offense. Like, if you love offense, this was the Super Bowl for you. And if you're an Eagles fan like me, this made your entire life. Like, this Super Bowl was awesome. I mean, you had Nick Foles going in there absolutely balling out and playing the best quarterback of all time. This was amazing. This was the best Super Bowl I've ever watched in my entire life, guys. It was amazing. It was everything I wanted. It was an awesome game, and it's just everything I wanted. I mean, man, we could obviously go through the plays that happened in the Super Bowl. I mean, obviously, you had the Philly special right before halftime. You had that little trick play because Nick Foles didn't just pass for touchdowns. He caught a touchdown as well. So, I mean, Nick Foles was unbelievable in this game. And so was Tom Brady. Both of these quarterbacks, Nick Foles and Tom Brady, they were phenomenal in this game. And they were battling and battling and battling. But, you know, this was an awesome Super Bowl. And also two other plays. I mean, you obviously had the Brendan Graham strip sack on Tom Brady at the end. That was amazing. Oh my freaking gosh. Like, I still get goosebumps talking about this Super Bowl. Like, it was perfect. Everything that I ever wanted in this Super Bowl. So I'm gonna put this in perfect, dude. Super Bowl 52, chef's kiss. All right. Up next, guys, we have Super Bowl 51. Absolute cinema, dude. Absolute cinema. I mean, how the frick did the Falcons blow a 28-3 lead? Like, guys, if you guys want to traumatize Falcons fans, just tell them 28-3, and they're gonna get traumatized and they're gonna crash out on you. But man, this was one of the craziest Super Bowls I've ever seen in my life. I mean, dude, the Falcons were up 28-3, and Thomas Edward Patrick Brady puts on his GOAT pads and goes out there and pulls off the greatest comeback in NFL history, in Super Bowl history. Like, that was insane. And this is the first Super Bowl to ever go to sudden death. And so it was awesome, guys. Absolute cinema game. It was incredible what Tom Brady and the Patriots did in this game. I mean, coming back down 28-3 is just absolutely unreal. I mean, obviously you had that crazy catch. I think it was by Julian Edelman, when basically he caught that ball over like 3 people or something. I mean, this was a cinema Super Bowl. Absolute cinema. All right, guys. Up next, guys, we have Super Bowl 57. I get PTSD from this because this was a Super Bowl that my Eagles lost. And I mean, me personally, we should have won this Super Bowl. If it wasn't for our defense playing like dog shit, we definitely could have won this game. And also, if it wasn't for that ticky-tack call at the end with freaking James Bradbury holding Juju Smith-Schuster, I definitely think that my Eagles would have won this game. But as an overall Super Bowl, this Super Bowl was great. I mean, it had a lot of offense. It was a great game, but man, dude, like, it just sucked, bro. Like it would have been such a better game if my Eagles did win. But if I'm just being honest, if I'm just rating the game, and if I'm not being biased, I'm gonna put it in A, because at least the NFL fan in me is saying, like, if I wasn't a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, then I would definitely put this higher. But, you know, like, it was a good game at least, but man, it was just it just sucked that my Birds lost because there were so many bad calls in this game. Our defense sold. I mean, dude, Jalen Hurts outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Like, Jalen Hurts absolutely balled out in Super Bowl 57. Like, that was probably one of his best games of his entire football this career. I mean, like, I think he had 330 yards passing. He had 4 touchdowns. He was ridiculous in this game. And Jalen Hurts should have won the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles should have won that Super Bowl because, dude, literally the Philadelphia Eagles outplayed the Kansas City Chiefs for pretty much the majority of this game. I mean, like, they were up 10 by halftime. If it wasn't for our defense selling, we would have won this game easily. But, you know, it was a solid Super Bowl, so I'm going to put it in A tier, all right? Up next, guys, we have Super Bowl 56. Same thing with this one. I mean, there was no Tom Brady in this one. There was obviously no Patrick Mahomes. It was a great Super Bowl. I mean, in my eyes, I think the Bengals should have won this game. I mean, it was a great Super Bowl. I enjoyed it just because there was no Tom Brady and there was no Patrick Mahomes. And it was just something fun because, you know, you had 2 quarterbacks at the time. You know, obviously, you know, that's Matthew Stafford. He was winning his first ring in this one, and then you had a second year quarterback in Joe Burrow, who was fresh off of it's an injury, and he took that Bengals team to a Super Bowl. And this was the Bengals' best chance to win a Super Bowl. I mean, that Bengals team back in 2021 was pretty good. So I think, dude, the Bengals should have won the Super Bowl. But I mean, overall, I definitely enjoyed this game. You know, the final score was obviously 23-20. I think Cooper Kupp also won the Super Bowl MVP, if I'm not mistaken, in this. So I'm going to put this in A tier, bro. Solid-ass Super Bowl. I enjoyed it. All right, guys. Up next, we have Super Bowl 55. Garbage. I mean, it was literally a blowout. It was 2 quarterbacks who I don't like, and Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Like, I just didn't like that Super Bowl. That Super Bowl was dog shit. So I'm gonna put that, you know, way below in D tier. All right. Up next, guys, we have Super Bowl 49. S tier, dude. Absolute cinema. This Super Bowl was amazing. It's literally the definition of this game was the 1-yard line. Like, they had Marshawn Lynch. The Seahawks had Marshawn Lynch, the best running back in the NFL, in their backfield, and they threw it at the 1-yard line. And just for that to get picked off by Malcolm Butler and for them to use a Super Bowl, they were 1 centimeter away from going back to back, the Seattle Seahawks. They were 1 centimeter away. 1 little teeny tiny centimeter away from going back to back. All they had to do was hand it off to Marshawn Lynch. And what did they do? They threw it at the 1-yard line and it got picked off. And it wasn't just that play that made the Super Bowl cinema. I mean, this game had amazing offense. I mean, this Super Bowl had everything you wanted, pretty much. It had a good halftime show. Katy Perry was in it. But, you know, it was cinema. Like, I'm pretty sure if you guys are watching this and if you guys watch this, you guys probably know how much cinema the Super Bowl was. All right. Up next, guys, we have Super Bowl 48. Garbage. Again, another blowout. I kind of knew from the first snap of the Super Bowl, I knew it would be a blowout. I mean, you had the Legion of Boom and the Seattle Seahawks absolutely dominating and cooking the freaking and cooking the best offense of all time in the 2013 Broncos. Like, that Super Bowl was a massacre, dude. It was garbage. I don't like blowouts, so I'm gonna put that in absolute garbage. I'm gonna put that in D tier. Up next, guys, we have Super Bowl 58. This Super Bowl was solid. I mean, it was 2 teams that obviously I didn't really like, but I would say as a game itself, it was a good Super Bowl. I mean, it did go into overtime. It was a very close defensive battle, like, you know, this throughout this game, but I think overall it was a solid Super Bowl. I mean, you had Patrick Mahomes getting his 3rd ring. That, like, I kind of knew when the game went into its overtime, I knew that the Chiefs would win. So I'm gonna put Super Bowl 48 in B just because it was a good game, and I like the fact that it did go into overtime, and it got good at the end. So I'm going to put that Super Bowl in B tier. All right. Up next, guys, we have Super Bowl 59. You guys already know where I'm putting that. I'm putting that in perfect. That was the best football game I've ever watched in my life. I think personally, I like that Super Bowl better than 52 because here's why. We won the Super Bowl. We obviously won that game, and it was in a blowout, guys. It was in a blowout. We destroyed the Kansas City Chiefs. We absolutely cooked them, bro. We cooked them like barbecue freaking chicken, baby. We literally made Patrick Mahomes look like a scared little girl. We literally sacked Patrick Mahomes 7 times. And guys, the Chiefs offense didn't make it past the 50-yard line until the third quarter. And the Eagles defense didn't even blitz once. And we still made Patrick Mahomes look like a scared sissy little girl out there. And my boy, my glorious GOAT, Jalen Alexander Hurts II, he also had an amazing game. He won the Super Bowl MVP. He passed for 221 yards and 3 touchdowns. He absolutely balled in this game, and he was the Super Bowl MVP. That parade was fire. The halftime show was fire, with Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I mean, guys, this was an amazing Super Bowl, guys. It was my favorite Super Bowl of all time because guys, the way we just destroyed the Chiefs in the Super Bowl was just amazing, guys. And plus, I still hate the Chiefs. I know they're bad right now, but I still hate that team, bro. I can't stand Mahomes. I can't stand the Chiefs. I just don't like that team. But overall, man, like that was the definition of a perfect Super Bowl in my eyes as an Eagles fan. All right. And so enough of glazing my team. Let's move on to the Super Bowl that is about to happen this coming weekend. We got Super Bowl 60, which is a Super Bowl 49 rematch between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. This game should be a solid ass game. I mean, it is a Super Bowl 49 rematch. Both teams, they're pretty evenly matched, not gonna lie. I know the Seahawks kind of had that a little. I know that the Patriots kind of had a little bit of a cupcake schedule, but their defense is good. I definitely think that the Patriots defense should be able to keep them in this game. And also, they have an MVP frontrunner in Drake May as well. I know the Patriots haven't really looked too impressive throughout the playoffs, but like I said, their defense is great. And then also, you have to also take into consideration is that most of the Patriots games in the playoffs have been in really bad weather. Like in the game against Houston in the second round, that was in a freaking rainstorm. And then they had to play in a blizzard against the Broncos. I get it. The Broncos didn't have Bo Nix. They were going up against Jarrett Stidham. But I think anybody in that environment, in that blizzard, wouldn't be able to score a single point. But, I still think the Patriots are a good team. I definitely think they deserve some level of respect. As for the Seahawks, they've been pretty much the best team in the NFL all season long. Sam Darnold's been playing like an absolute MVP. That defense is looking like the Legion of Boom pretty much all over again. They have one of the best wide receiving rooms in the NFL in JSN and Cooper Kupp. And also in Shaheed as well. They also got Kenneth Walker, who's one of the best running backs in the league. But I think the Patriots also got a squad too. I mean, they got Henderson and Stevenson in their backfield. They have a solid ass wide receiving core in freaking Keyshawn Boutte and Stephon Diggs, and also in Hunter Henry as well. So this game's gonna be evenly matched. And also plus, I think New England's secondary is phenomenal as well. So this is going to be a solid Super Bowl. I predict that the Seahawks will win this year's Super Bowl by a score of 30-24. I think it's going to be a great game, and it should be a great way to close out this NFL season. So I'm going to put Super Bowl 60. I'm just going to rank this Super Bowl based on how I think this game is going to go. So I'm going to put Super Bowl 60. I'm going to put it in A tier. I think it's going to be a fun Super Bowl just because there's no Tom Brady and there's also no Patrick Mahomes as well. So I think any Super Bowl that doesn't have Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes should be a fun Super Bowl. But, guys, these are my rankings for every single Super Bowl game that has occurred in the past 12 years. If you guys enjoyed make sure that you guys smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and share this video with somebody that you know. And let me know down in the comment section what other videos you guys want to see from me next. But anyways, guys, it's your boy Noah the Beast. I'm out. You guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless you all. You guys have a great day. Let's go. Noah the Beast Nation. Noah the Beast out.